Another civil lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs. This one is seeking $5 million for an alleged armed confrontation dating back nearly 30 years.
US rapper Sean Diddy Combs has been hit with multiple new lawsuits accusing him of assault against 6 people, including a minor.
Recent reports have shown that Sean Diddy Combs broke down in tears and apologized to victims' families in court. Is this true? The once celebrated music mogul Diddy Combs has been on the internet and social media following the allegations and lawsuits against him that led to his arrest in 2024. Despite pleading not guilty for months, the iconic figure recently apologized to the families of the alleged victims. Will this influence a shift in his case? Join us as we unveil the details of Diddy's case. An overview of Diddy's life. Sean John Combs, better known as Diddy, is a name that resonates with many in the music and entertainment industry. Born on the 4th of November 1969 in Harlem, New York City, Diddy's journey to fame emulates resilience, talent, and determination. Aside from being from a financially struggling family, his father, Melvin Earl Combs, was tragically murdered when Sean was just 3 years old, leaving his mother, Janice Combs, to raise him and his siblings in Mount Vernon, New York. From a young age, Diddy showed an interest in music and entertainment. He attended Mount St. Michael Academy, where he played football and graduated in 1987. Although he briefly attended Howard University, he left after 2 years to pursue a career in the music industry. His break came when he landed an internship at Uptown Records, where he quickly rose through the ranks to become a talent director. In 1993, he founded his record label, Bad Boy Records, a powerhouse in the hip-hop and rhythm and blues genres. His debut album, No Way Out, released in 1997, was a massive success, featuring hit singles like Can't Nobody Hold Me Down and I'll Be Missing You, the latter being a tribute to his close friend, the notorious Big. Over the years, Diddy continued to produce hit albums, including Forever in 1999, The Saga Continues in 2001, and Press Play in 2006. However, despite his success, Diddy's life has not been without controversy. In the late 2023, he faced multiple lawsuits alleging mistreatment and trafficking dating back to the early 1990s. These allegations culminated in his arrest in September 2024, and he has been in detention at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York since then. Stay tuned, we'll unveil the details about this and why Diddy is apologetic. Diddy's personal life, like his career, has also been in the spotlight. He has been in relationships with several high-profile women, including actress and singer Kimberly Porter and singer Cassie Ventura. He has 7 children from various relationships, including his eldest son, Justin Combs, who has followed in his father's footsteps by pursuing a music career. Diddy has remained prominent in the entertainment industry through all the highs and lows. Unfortunately, his life is tied to several controversies and public scrutiny, and his future depends on the outcome of his case studies. Allegations, lawsuits, and subsequent arrests. Many people, especially fans of Sean Diddy Combs, are still unaware of why the music mogul's name has recently frequented the internet from November 2023 to November 2024. Despite being a successful figure in the entertainment industry, Diddy has faced serious accusations and legal challenges over recent years. The allegations against him primarily involve inappropriate conduct, physical mistreatment, and unethical behavior. These accusations have led to multiple legal complaints and his eventual detention in September 2024. The unfortunate allegations sprung up in November 2023 with a public accusation from his ex-girlfriend, singer Cassie Ventura. She filed a lawsuit alleging that Diddy had wrongfully treated her and subjected her to coercive activities throughout their decade-long relationship. Cassie claimed that Diddy forced her into a cycle of mistreatment and coercion, including a particularly traumatic incident in 2018 when she tried to leave him. Diddy's legal team denied these accusations, calling them offensive and outrageous, thinking the chapter had closed. Unfortunately, the situation escalated as more individuals came forward with similar stories. To make matters worse, everyone who spoke up after Cassie Ventura alleged that the mistreatment from Diddy happened over a decade ago. This pointed out how well evil acts are carried out and hidden for the longest time. In February 2024, music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones filed a $30 million lawsuit against Diddy, accusing him of inappropriate behavior and manipulation. This followed the same line of accusations as Cassie's, but his allegations were more complicated. Jones claimed that Diddy's associates facilitated his alleged misconduct to gain access to Diddy's powerful connections. Lil Rod detailed how he met Diddy at a recording studio in September 2022 and was asked to help with creating music for Diddy's album. Over the next year, Lil Rod worked closely with Diddy, producing several songs for him. However, he alleged that during this time, Diddy forced him to engage in unethical activities, including finding adult workers and coercing him to get physical with them. The music producer also claimed that Diddy's associates threatened and mistreated him, making him feel unsafe and anxious. He said that he had to seek therapy to cope with the trauma and paranoia that followed. Despite the challenges, Lil Rod spoke out, hoping to hold Diddy accountable for his actions. Did he have any luck with that? Diddy's legal team has vehemently denied these allegations, calling them complete lies and stating that there is no evidence to support Lil Rod's claims. They have filed motions to dismiss the lawsuit, arguing that it is an attempt to gain media attention and extract a settlement. The case has drawn significant media attention and public scrutiny, highlighting issues of accountability and misconduct in the entertainment industry. However, it seems Lil Rod is not ready to give up anytime soon. He is still seeking justice and public support as the legal proceedings unfold. The legal troubles intensified in the following month, when federal agents from Homeland Security investigation raided Diddy's properties in Los Angeles and Miami in March 2024 as part of an investigation into the accusations and allegations of trafficking and other serious misconduct. This raid was an unexpected visit to Diddy, and he was completely unprepared and unavailable at the scenes. The agents arrived at Diddy's Lavish mansion in Los Angeles, the exclusive Holmby Hills neighborhood, and his waterfront home in Miami. They were armed and used a significant show of force, surrounding the properties with vehicles and police tape. During the searches, authorities seized various items, including firearms, phones, and other electronic devices. Reports also had it that large amounts of baby oil were discovered during the raid, and they are assumed to have assisted or been used by Diddy during his orgies. The raids were conducted with the assistance of local law enforcement. They were connected to allegations that Diddy and his associates had threatened, mistreated, and coerced individuals to fulfill his desires. The investigation also involved interviews with several women and one man who was subjected to these actions. Although the items and evidence discovered were insufficient to arrest Diddy, more allegations continued. The investigation is ongoing, and federal officials are reviewing the evidence collected during the raids. Diddy has been vocal about his innocence and continues to fight the allegations in court. One intriguing question, however, is, if he's truly innocent, why has he broken down in tears apologizing to the families of the victims in court? Does it mean he has admitted that he is guilty? Keep watching for more details about this. Further investigations after Diddy's properties were raided revealed that Diddy and his associates allegedly trafficked and threatened individuals. These actions included forcing victims to engage in recorded activities referred to as freak-offs. This tells more than meets the eye about this renowned iconic figure's white parties. Were they evil acts disguised as harmless events? Diddy, known for his lavish and opulent lifestyle, has been one to host parties often characterized by expensive decorations and top-notch cuisine. His guest list at such parties usually consisted of A-list celebrities and the environment known for its exclusivity. However, the details of the inner happenings at these parties remained a mystery for years, until 2024, when people began giving hints about it. On the 16th of September, 2024, Diddy was taken into custody by federal agents in Manhattan on charges of unethical behavior, racketeering, and transportation to engage in unlawful activities. Although he pleaded not guilty to a grand jury indictment, separate judges denied his bail requests twice, citing concerns that he could intimidate witnesses. Considering Diddy's domineering character, this proves to be a good idea. Diddy remains held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, awaiting a trial set for the 5th of May, 2025. The public and media reaction to these developments has been intense, with many expressing shock and disappointment over the allegations against a once celebrated figure in the music industry. Diddy's career and reputation have taken a significant hit, and he continues to face legal battles and public scrutiny. Despite the severe nature of these accusations, he has maintained his innocence, with his legal team arguing that the prosecution is unjust. The case has drawn attention to issues of celebrity accountability and handling misconduct allegations in the entertainment industry. New lawsuits. While Diddy remains detained, more people have come out pointing accusing fingers at him for similar reasons as the previous ones: trafficking and mistreatment. In October 2024, Sean Diddy Combs faced a wave of new lawsuits that added to his already mounting legal troubles. These lawsuits were filed by 6 individuals who chose to remain anonymous, identified only as Jane Does and John Does to protect their privacy. This is a way of ensuring their safety against threats from Diddy's loyalists. Surprisingly, even the recent allegations against Diddy span from 1995 to 2021. One of the most shocking allegations came from a man who claimed he was mistreated by Diddy at one of his infamous white parties in the Hamptons when he was just 16 years old. The victim alleged that Diddy insisted the act was a rite of passage in the music industry. This incident, according to the lawsuit, left the young man traumatized and struggling with the emotional aftermath for years. Another lawsuit was filed by a woman who claimed that Diddy wrongfully treated her in a locked hotel room in 2004. She alleged that he gave her and a friend drinks, instructed them to snort substances, and later forced her friend to perform inappropriate acts on him. The woman stated that Diddy threatened to have them both dealt with if they didn't comply, leaving them terrified and feeling powerless. However, many wonder why all these remained hidden, and the victims all remained quiet for over a decade. Were they afraid of what Diddy would do if they spoke up? Why have they decided to open up now? One thing remains certain: Cassie's courage to speak up about Diddy's attitude toward her gave others the courage to do the same. Though the music mogul has continuously pleaded not guilty, the truth will be unveiled after his trial. Nonetheless, in regards to the recent lawsuits, they included allegations of Diddy attacking and mistreating a woman in a bathroom during a party for the late rapper, the Notorious Big R's music video in 2005. The woman claimed that Diddy invited her under the pretext of a private conversation and mistreated her without consent. She described the incident as a violation of her trust and a traumatic experience that haunted her for years. In addition to these individual accounts, the lawsuits collectively paint a picture of a pattern of behavior where Diddy allegedly used his power and influence to exploit and mistreat others. The plaintiffs claimed that Diddy's associates were complicit in these actions, helping to facilitate and cover up his misconduct. They alleged that he created an environment where his inappropriate behavior was normalized and even encouraged. This was easy for him because of his influence and the power he commands as a public figure feared by many. However, Diddy's legal team has vehemently denied these allegations. His lawyers have also emphasized that he has cooperated with authorities and maintained his innocence throughout the legal proceedings. Does submitting oneself to the authorities automatically mean the accused is less guilty? The new lawsuits have drawn significant media attention and public scrutiny. Diddy remains in custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, awaiting trial on separate federal charges. The outcome of these legal battles will undoubtedly significantly impact his legacy and the broader conversation about power dynamics and abuse in the entertainment world. However, recently, rumors have swirled about a video that displayed Diddy crying and being apologetic in court to the families of the victims who claim he mistreated them. Considering how defensive Diddy has been since lawsuits started trooping in and the eagerness of his legal team to prove his innocence, the authenticity of these rumors stands to be questioned. Did Diddy truly apologize? Before we answer that question, let's explore the defense mechanisms Diddy and his legal team have employed in the ongoing case. Diddy's legal defense mechanisms. Unlike others who feel threatened and hopeless when more than two people point accusing fingers at them, Sean Diddy Combs and his legal team have proven unshaken through the legal processes. His legal team has worked hard to defend him against the various accusations and lawsuits he's facing. From the start, Diddy has denied all the allegations, calling them complete lies and saying there's no real evidence to back them up. What if evidence starts surfacing? Will he continue pleading non-guilty? His lawyers believe some of these claims might be made up, so they question the accuser's credibility. One important part of their strategy involves asking the court to reveal the identities of the people suing him, who are currently anonymous. Diddy's team argues that knowing who these people are would help them better defend him. They think it might show that some accusers have personal motives or reasons for making false claims. Diddy's lawyers have also asked for evidence proving his innocence. They want information that might show everything was consensual and that any use of substances was voluntary. For some of the older allegations, Diddy's team argues that these claims are too old to be legally valid because of the statute of limitations. They say these claims can't be pursued under laws that weren't effective back then. Another tactic is to question why the accusers are coming forward now. Diddy's lawyers suggest that some might be motivated by money or personal gain. They've asked for things like phone records, emails, and financial documents to see if they can find anything that discredits the accuser's stories. On the public relations front, Diddy's team has criticized how the media has covered the lawsuits, calling it a hysterical media circus and a witch hunt. They believe the media is biased against Diddy and that he's being unfairly treated. Despite these strong defenses, Diddy and his team also emphasize that he has cooperated with the authorities from the beginning and maintains his innocence. They argue that his willingness to work with investigators shows he's committed to clearing his name. These strategies aim to challenge the allegations and protect Diddy's reputation. The legal battles are still ongoing, and the outcome will depend on the evidence and arguments from both sides. However, as usual, the public has not been silent about this. Although the trial date is still very far, some have criticized Diddy's inhumane actions, while others have remained silent. This makes the question, how about his friends and close associates, glaring. Were they aware of Diddy's misdeeds yet remained silent? Where are they now, and should they be afraid of going down with him? Let's unveil the details about this. Diddy's circle. Despite having a wide circle of acquaintances in and outside the entertainment industry, with the looming lawsuits and allegations against Sean Diddy Combs, there has been a mix of reactions from his friends and associates. With this, one might be tempted to say Diddy doesn't have anyone backing him up besides his legal team. Is this true? Let's see some of his supposed friends who have decided to speak up to help the case, and those who have chosen to stay out of the spotlight to protect their reputation and avoid going down with the music mogul. As everyone knows, 50 Cent hasn't been shy, starting with those who have spoken up. He has been very active on social media now that Diddy is in a heated situation. 50 Cent is known for his outspoken nature, and he's made it clear that he thinks Diddy needs to be held accountable. The music mogul has been openly critical of Diddy for years, and his recent comments have only intensified. In an interview with People, he defended his outspoken nature, saying, "It seems like I'm doing some extremely outrageous things, but I haven't. It's me just saying what I've been saying for 10 years. He's been poking fun at Diddy and his lifestyle for a long time, often bringing it up during concerts and on social media. According to 50 Cent, he's always avoided the kind of wild parties and behavior that Diddy was known for, and he's made it clear that he doesn't condone such actions. He even mentioned that he's working on a documentary about Diddy's alleged history of misconduct, aiming to give a voice to those affected. He has also emphasized that while the allegations against Diddy are disturbing, they shouldn't overshadow the broader contributions of hip-hop culture. He wants to ensure people remember that Diddy's actions do not represent the hip-hop community. However, this won't be so easy. Aside from 50 Cent, Kanye West has had much to say about Diddy's ongoing legal troubles, and his comments have stirred more rumors. He has always been known for his outspoken nature, and this situation is no different. In a recent interview, he discussed the dark side of fame and control in Hollywood, suggesting that Diddy was manipulated in everything he did. He also believes powerful individuals often influence celebrities, turning them into toys to further their agendas. He implies that if celebrities rebel against these constraints, their entire empire could be removed. He believes these influential figures controlled Diddy, like many other high-profile artists. His comments have resurfaced in light of Diddy's legal issues, fueling the fire. He warned fans not to trust Diddy, calling him out in an intense rant on a podcast. His remarks have been interpreted as a critique of the music industry and its treatment of artists, suggesting that Diddy was a victim of the system. However, this is hard to believe, considering Kanye West's previous feuds with Diddy. On one hand, he seems to empathize with Diddy, suggesting he is a puppet controlled by powerful forces. On the other hand, his comments also imply criticism toward Diddy for allowing himself to be manipulated. It's a detailed position that reflects Kanye West's broader views on the entertainment industry and its impact on artists. Another close friend of Diddy that should be considered is Jay-Z. Jay-Z has a long history with Diddy, professionally and personally, and there have been times when Diddy emphasized that Jay-Z is his best bro. Their relationship spans decades, marked by mutual respect and collaboration in the music industry. Recently, Jay-Z took the stand during Diddy's trial, one of the most talked about celebrity court cases in recent years. His testimony was key, shedding light on the inner workings of the hip-hop industry and its pressures. Jay-Z's insights were not just about offering character support for Diddy. He delved into the complexities of business deals, music rights, and industry alliances. One of the most striking aspects of his testimony was his discussion about the pressures and challenges within the hip-hop world. He spoke about how success in the industry can sometimes force individuals to compromise their values or act against their best interests. This was seen as a subtle critique of the environment he and Diddy managed throughout their careers. Moreover, Jay-Z provided a rare glimpse into Diddy's business empire, discussing how he built his multi-million-dollar brand and the strategies he used to maintain his position at the top of the industry for decades. This testimony was crucial in understanding the broader context of Diddy's actions and the environment in which they occurred. However, Jay-Z's relationship with Diddy has also had strains. There have been rumors of tension between the two, especially in light of Diddy's legal troubles. Some reports suggest that Jay-Z might have distanced himself from Diddy to protect his reputation. This alleged distancing has sparked debates among fans and industry insiders about loyalty and the pressures of maintaining a public image. Does this mean Jay-Z is also guilty, but wants to avoid being implicated? Usher is another name that can't be left out in all this. Usher has been quite reserved when commenting on Diddy's ongoing legal troubles. Given their history, it's understandable that he might choose to stay silent. Usher lived with Diddy for a year when he was just 13, and during that time, he was exposed to a lifestyle that was quite different from what most teenagers experience. In past interviews, Usher shared candid recollections about his time with Diddy. He said Diddy introduced him to a totally different set of stuff, parties, specifically. He described an environment filled with social events, women, and lively scenes, which he found shocking at such a young age. He even admitted that he saw things that were pretty wild and crazy. Despite these experiences, Usher has not publicly stated about Diddy's current legal issues. When asked if he would send his child to live with Diddy, Usher emphatically responded, "Absolutely not." This response shows his awareness of the inappropriate nature of the environment he was exposed to as a teenager. Usher's silence on the matter might be due to various reasons. He could be trying to protect his reputation, avoid getting involved in a controversial situation, or simply choose to focus on his career and family. Whatever the reason, his past comments do provide some insight into the kind of environment Diddy was known for and the potential impact it could have had on those around him. Bishop T.D. Jakes, a well-known religious figure, has also remained silent. His quiet stance has raised some questions due to his previous association with Diddy. People are curious why he hasn't made any comments. The people who have spoken out against Diddy are facing their challenges. Some fans accuse them of trying to bring him down, while others commend them for having the courage to speak up. It's a challenging situation, and no one knows how it will unfold. It's not just about the accusations, but also the power, loyalty, and truth within this high-profile circle. It's a lot to take in, and it will probably be a while before we see how everything turns out. Now, let's see why Diddy is suddenly apologetic and emotional, despite being defensive a few months ago. Diddy in tears and apologetic. In light of Diddy's arrest and current detention at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, there's been a lot of buzz about a recent incident in court involving the music mogul. According to reports, Diddy broke down in tears and offered a heartfelt apology to the families of his alleged victims. This emotional moment surprised many, as Diddy is known for his strong and confident persona. During the court proceedings, Diddy reportedly expressed deep remorse for his actions and the impact they had on the victims and their families. He acknowledged the pain and suffering he may have caused and asked for forgiveness. This display of vulnerability was a contrast to his usual public image and has sparked a lot of discussion. The rumor suggests that Diddy's apology was genuine and that the gravity of the situation visibly shook him. Witnesses in the courtroom described the scene as emotional and intense, with Diddy struggling to maintain his composure as he addressed the families. This moment has been widely covered in the media, with many people expressing mixed reactions. Some see it as a sign of Diddy's genuine regret and a step toward making amends, while others view it as a strategic move to draw sympathy and possibly influence the court's decision. Regardless of the motivations behind his tears, this incident has added to the ongoing legal drama and given the public a glimpse into Diddy's turmoil. Although there isn't any proof of the apology placed in the public or how genuine it is, one question in everyone's mind is, why has Diddy decided to apologize? Does he feel guilty? Rumors have it that the music mogul is tired of staying in the detention center, which is the direct opposite of the lavish environment he is used to. This might not be so far from the truth. The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, where Diddy is currently being held, is known for being one of the most challenging places to stay, and the conditions there are far from ideal. Inmates have shared their struggles, painting a pretty grim picture. First off, the facility is notorious for its violence. There have been numerous reports of aggressive incidents within the confines of the detention center. Inmates live in a constant state of fear, with makeshift weapons being used in fights. The environment is tense, and the threat of violence is always looming. Another significant issue is sanitation. There have also been reports of broken fixtures and mold in the showers. The overall cleanliness of the facility is a serious concern, adding to the discomfort and stress of the inmates. Staffing shortages also contribute to the chaos. There aren't enough correctional officers to manage the facility, leading to a lack of supervision and care. This means inmates often don't get the medical attention or essential supervision they need. the frequent lockdowns make life at the detention center even more difficult. Inmates are usually confined to their cells for long periods, sometimes only getting out for a brief shower every few days. This kind of isolation can take a toll on mental health and overall well-being. On top of all this, the food condition is miserable. Meals served are often of poor quality and sometimes even unsafe. There have been instances of maggot-infested beans and spoiled meat. The food is described as barely edible, with complaints about rotting chicken and expired milk. The meal's lack of variety and nutrition adds to the overall dissatisfaction. Inmates have reported losing weight due to inadequate food. Given these harsh conditions, it's no surprise that Diddy might be feeling overwhelmed and desperate. The reality of life at Metropolitan Detention Center contrasts the luxurious lifestyle he's used to. This experience could push him to seek redemption or relief, which might explain why he decided to break down in court and apologize. However, none of these is confirmed yet. Despite his apology, the legal procedures must be followed accordingly, and he'll remain detained until his trial on the 5th of May, 2025. What are your thoughts on Diddy's apology? Do you believe it's genuine? What could have prompted him? Let us know your opinions in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. Before you go, you can also explore the other videos on your screen.